I have a confession. My hair did not always look like this. I just didn't know how easy it could be to take care of type 4 hair. Now it's the longest, thickest, and healthiest it's ever been. Watch me twist my hair as I tell you some of the easiest and simplest ways you can get your hair to longer lengths. I always make sure to handle my hair in sections. To take it a step further, I recycle my parts. That means I use the same parts over and over. Creating new parts every single time you manipulate and style your hair can cause major damage. A huge part of getting your hair to longer lengths with type 4 hair is knowing how to manipulate it and how to cut down on manipulation as much as possible. Which brings me to another tip. Notice I'm twisting my hair, but I started this twist off with a braid. This has made a major difference when it comes down to cutting down on tangles at the root and breakage. Another huge tip is that I really do try and put my twists back in as soon as I'm done rocking a style, which is what you see me doing now. After a day of enjoying my twist out, I'm putting my twist right back in. Not only does this prevent tangles and breakage by keeping the hair stretched, but on top of that, it makes it so much easier to hold on to those recycled parts I told you about earlier. It's so much easier to find your same exact parts when you're putting your twist back in right after enjoying your style versus giving it weeks to just like basically kink up, tangle up on itself. When I was less experienced with natural hair, I would let it sit out in a fro for days and weeks at a time, let it shrink up on itself, and the tangles, the single strand knots, the double strand knots, the split ends were intense. I also make sure that when I twist my hair, I twist it all the way down to the very end. The ends are the oldest part of the hair, so we want to keep those protected. So, for instance, having twists in isn't enough. You don't want to put twists in and then just be wearing them out every single day. There's a level of erosion and manipulation that happens to the ends, even when they're in twists. I'm mainly talking about if you're beyond the TWA stage and your hair is long enough to brush against your clothing. So, the majority of the time when I do have twists in, I have them right up in a bun. Every once in a while, I will like just wear my twists out, but it's about balance. I don't do it all the time. Not when my goal is to protective style and, length retention anyway. Another thing that can make a huge difference is dusting your ends. So you don't always have to commit to like a full trimming session, right? If you find yourself, styling your hair, putting in twists, as you're going twist by twist, you can take the opportunity to look and see if any of the ends need to be, if there's any like single strand knots that need to be removed, if there's like any split ends. That's a great opportunity to just take it, twist by twist and remove damage that you see along the way. I'm telling you, there's nothing like getting done with your hairstyle, knowing you're in for a long night of your favorite Netflix shows. It's giving cover, girl. It's a good feeling knowing that within these next couple weeks, if I ever need to take these twists back down and rock a twist out, I definitely can. I'm going to bed, and like I said, like protective styling isn't truly protective styling unless your ends are tucked away. So let's bun this hair up. Of course, we don't make the bun too tight, just taut enough to keep everything nice and stretched. How well you tuck your ends away makes all the difference when it comes to protective styling. You already know I had to break out the satin scarf because the golden rule is to wrap your hair before bed every night, and that I do. I do not play about this. Night night, see you in the next vid.